Connor, right here. What would you? How would you describe this? Rate this in all the moments of your career so far. How would you define what you think it means going forward, and what does it say about this team?
Yeah, it's definitely up there. But that being said, it's just one round. There's a long way to go here. We're happy to move on to the second round, but that's all we did. Survived another day.
And can you just speak to the parts that were involved in making this happen the way you played? That was as complete a game as you probably want to play.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It feels good to do it in that fashion. There's always a lot of talk about the defensive side of the game, and for our group to step up in a big moment and play like that in a 2-0 win with Smitty playing great and getting contributions from everyone, it feels good.
Cody, can you, nothing personal, but you're probably the last guy we expected to walk in and snipe the winning goal past Jonathan Quick. How'd that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just getting a lot of opportunity lately, playing with these guys. I find myself getting more chances and more opportunities to chip in offensively. I don't know. I'm just trying to play with as much confidence as I can, help out as much as I can, and we're just trying to go on a run here.
Connor, you guys, probably the Leafs are the same. I get it, it's only one round, but it's been hard to win this round for you guys, and the team in Toronto didn't win tonight. I know you don't want to make too much of one round, but is there a hump you get over here that just feels good to get behind you?
Yeah, of course. It feels good to win a playoff round. It's only my second that I'm a part of, so it doesn't happen as regularly as you think, but so it's definitely a special feeling.
Connor, with the way that Game 1 ended, with Mike Smith, he admitted he made that mistake. Fast forward to Game 7 and he pitches the shutout. Just what can you say about his steadiness and the way he reacted to that?
Well, I think it just goes to show that, series are long, and there's ups and downs throughout the whole series. Obviously Game 1 and not the result we wanted, and Smitty owned up and, took a lot of blame on himself, which I didn't think he necessarily deserved. He played well. Our group wasn't good enough in front of him, but then the disappointment of Game 5, but to come back in Game 7 and get a win just goes to show how long a series is, and you got to stick with it.
You played a pile of minutes the last two games. You were over 27 here tonight. When you're logging that many minutes, do you have to make any adjustments in your game? How do you feel on a night like this where you're racking up the minutes the way you are?
I really don't think about it. I just go when Woody calls my name, and I try not to think too much about it. I feel like I can play big minutes. I can play, smaller minutes too. It doesn't really matter. I'm happy with whatever.
Connor, what sense of relief was it when you scored there, considering Quick was keeping it a 1-0 game?
Yeah, I thought we had a lot of chances to make it 2-0, even late in the second and early in the third, and you don't like missing those chances, so they were kind of hanging around, and so it feels good to be able to go up too. It's a bigger cushion. And
can you speak to Leon's game tonight, considering he was hurt and yet he played 22 minutes?
I thought he was amazing. He was just solid, just his usual self. I thought he was amazing.
Cody, you guys have been very good defensively as a team in the last 2.5 months. You had a little dip here in the middle part of this series. What changed in Game 6 and 7? Because those last two performances might have been your most consistent from a defensive standpoint as a team.
I think it had a lot to do with work and dedication to what we've been doing down the stretch. Just trying to stay up on them as much as possible, a hard track, get them to turn it over, and spend as little time as we could in our zone. I thought we really bought in the last couple of games, played desperate, and showed that we can be a tough team to beat.
And Connor, can you talk about a 1-goal lead for much of the game? It was a tight game, and you guys never really seemed to give up that quality chance. There's been at times maybe that you guys made more mistakes. Like if you go back to last year, I think maybe beat yourself more than Winnipeg beat you. You guys didn't beat yourself the last two games. What changed in that regard? And did you feel that on the bench that you guys just weren't going to give away the game?
Well, it's just using lessons from previous mistakes. And obviously we've made those mistakes in the past, and we didn't shoot ourselves in the foot tonight, which obviously a positive.
Cody, sorry. Cody, I don't want to assume, was this the most important goal you've ever scored in your career?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. It was definitely a big one, and yeah, I mean, I was happy to see it go in and have the building go crazy like that. It's a pretty good adrenaline rush, and yeah, it's one I'll remember for a while.
As a defenseman, I just wondered, do you have any sympathy for the Los Angeles Kings defenseman having to go up against him?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a world-class player. We got to see him in practice all the time, and he has another level in games, and especially this series. So there's definitely some sympathy there. But I mean, I'm just happy he's on our team.
What made him so good in these last 2 games, Connor? That is.
I think it's just his will to win. He's put in a lot of time in this organization. He's worked really hard to be the best in the world. You definitely saw his will to win in this series, and it was fun to be a part of.
Cody, you talked a little bit about the building going crazy. Can you explain what it's like to be down on ice level in this kind of madness?
It's pretty awesome. I mean, you can hear them now even. They're hanging around. While we were warming up upstairs, I could see them across the street lining up to just go crazy and support us with everything they have, and it makes a huge difference. And us coming second place and getting this game at home was big for us. I mean, they made a difference for sure.
And any preference between Calgary and Dallas?
No, I think most of us will probably just watch the game tomorrow, and yeah, I mean, either team is playing great right now. Every series is pretty close, so yeah, either way, I think we'll just have to refocus and get ready for the second round.
Jay likes to say that you guys get about 10 minutes to celebrate after a win. Do you guys think you'll get a couple extra minutes tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a little bit of fun tonight, but the job's far from over. We got to refocus and get ready for round 2.
Connor, why do you think the Kings were such a tough out?
They're so structured. They play such a sound game. Todd has done a job with that team, and their players have done such a great job of buying in, and they play a stingy game, and they do a good job of getting pucks to the net and kind of breaking you down that way. But we stuck with it. Yeah.
Cody, just one last one here. Can you speak to your thoughts on being here in this moment compared to your thoughts of the Toronto Maple Leafs being where they are at this moment?
Yeah, I don't want to compare it too much. I played with a lot of those guys, had a great time there. There were a bunch of great players, different series. They had a great season, and yeah, I mean, just don't want to compare it too much. Sorry.